What's going on, everybody? It's the thru here for the Elimination Chamber preview and prediction show. We have only 4 matches to go right now. I will say that there's probably going to be, on the kickoff show, they're probably going to name Titus Worldwide versus The Bar for the tag team titles because Titus Worldwide won on Monday, and I believe right after the show they challenged The Bar to a tag team match, and that hasn't been accepted yet, so I have a feeling we'll see that on the pre-show. And I say Titus Worldwide will get beat by The Bar, so we'll get that one out of the way. We have 2 Elimination Chamber matches. We have Woken Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt, and we have Nia Jax versus Asuka. If Nia Jax wins, she is added to the women's title match. It did not say. They keep on referring. They make it seem like Asuka is picking Raw, but no. They did say on Monday, which I don't know if anyone picked up on this. If Nia Jax wins, she gets added to whatever title Asuka chooses. So that in there just tells you how that match is gonna go. At the Royal Rumble, Nakamura won the Men's Royal Rumble, and they decided to go to SmackDown to challenge for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 34. This left Brock Lesnar, who at the same time retained his Universal match at the triple threat match against Braun Strowman and Kane, without an opponent at WrestleMania. In response, Raw General Manager Kurt Angle scheduled an Elimination Chamber to determine the #1 contender for the Universal Championship at WrestleMania. What else were you gonna do when Nakamura won the Royal Rumble? What else were you gonna do with the Elimination Chamber? Brock Lesnar was not going to be there, so how are we gonna settle? How are we gonna find a #1 contender? Well, we were gonna use the Elimination Chamber. Duh. 6 qualification matches were scheduled. The first 3 were contested on the January 29th episode. In the first, Strowman defeated Kane in the last man standing match. That was a massive squash match. It was like maybe 2-3, maybe a 5-minute match, and it saw Kane get the Raw announce booth just toppled on top of him. Kane was taken to a local mental facility after the match. Elias then qualified by defeating Woken Matt Hardy after the distraction from Bray Wyatt, and free agent John Cena defeated Finn Balor to qualify. The following weeks, Elias defeated Cena and Strowman in a triple threat match to determine who would come enter the chamber last. That same episode, Roman Reigns defeated and The Miz qualified by defeating Bray Wyatt and Apollo, respectively. On the next episode, Cena defeated The Miz in a match where the loser would enter the chamber first. Later, the final qualification match took place in what was originally a second chance fatal 4-way match between Balor, Wyatt, Hardy, and Apollo. However, Angle added Seth Rollins, thus making it a fatal 5-way because Vince McMahon loves his multi-man matches. And with this new dual brand system coming out, where we're going to go back to dual branded pay-per-views, expect a lot of fatal 4-way, fatal 5-ways, and triple threats to be so they can just shove more people onto the show. Let's see here. Rollins and Balor both simultaneously paid Wyatt, and it was decided that both men would be part of the Elimination Chamber match, marking the first 7-man Elimination Chamber match. Following week, all 7 men participated in a gauntlet match that began with Reigns and Rollins. Reigns was eliminated, followed by Cena. Then Elias eliminated Rollins, but was eliminated by Balor, who was eliminated by The Miz. Strowman won the gauntlet by pinning The Miz in what would be the longest match in WWE history, lasting nearly 2 hours. For the one thing, it was the best book television I've seen for 2 hours in a long time on WWE TV. But also it's because you had nothing for your mid-card. So if you want to sit there and tell me the mid-card's not going to suffer from this dual-branded pay-per-view, just check out Monday Night Raw's first 2 hours. Because all you had was 7 top guys, 6 top guys from Raw and 1 free agent, who were there wrestling 1 match overall for 2 hours, almost. So, who's going to win this match? Roman Reigns, 100%. Unless these steroid allegations that are coming out, we'll talk about this all on Unscripted tomorrow. Unless these steroid allegations that are coming out are true and they go past his 30-day suspension from a couple years ago, then we would have to say he's not going to win. WWE's going to have him in the chamber, and he'll probably be eliminated like that to get him out of there, and they'll suspend him. So I'm saying if the allegations are true, Roman Reigns will be fucked. Roman Reigns will be taken out of this top spot that he is, and I would say then it would be Seth Rollins winning this match, because they really don't have, like, you're not gonna see Cena win this match. Miz is not winning this match. Braun Strowman's not winning this match. Finn Balor and Elias are not winning this match. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns are the only two that I can see winning this. I'm going with Roman, but if the whole steroid allegation thing that goes past his last suspension, then yes, I see Seth Rollins. So that's going to be, like, for this match, I will have a backup winner just in case this entire steroid thing that's been going on is true. On January 29th episode of Raw, Commissioner Stephanie McMahon convinced Asuka, who won the inaugural Women's Royal Rumble match the previous night at the Royal Rumble, to wait until after the Elimination Chamber to pick which championship to challenge for at WrestleMania 34. As Raw Women's Champion, Alexa Bliss was scheduled to defend her title in the first ever Women's Elimination Chamber match. The following week, General Manager Kurt Angle announced that Bayley, Mandy Rose, Mickie James, Sasha Banks, and Sonya Deville would be the other competitors in the match. Yeah, because they don't have enough actual legit women to actually have an Elimination Chamber qualifying matches, so yeah. Which, if they go back to dual-branded pay-per-views next year, like for this entire year, and they continue it on with the Elimination Chamber next year, you're going to have you should have one women's and one men's, 3 from Raw, 3 from SmackDown, so you would at least have some qualifying matches for both the men and the women. Bliss came out and questioned Angle as why she was to defend her title in the Elimination Chamber match while the Universal Champion Brock Lesnar did not, and accused Angle of sexism. You know, the whole Me Too movement's going on, which the Me Too movement means to die. It's just gotten out of hand. This needs to go away. Angle retorted that Lesnar retained his title to Royal Rumble, but Bliss has not defended her title since TLC. Which, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? She defended her title at TLC. We get to Survivor Series. She loses a match at SummerSlam. At Survivor Series to Charlotte in a non-title Women's Champion versus Women's Champion match. And then they just forget about the Women's Championship as they build towards the Royal Rumble. There could have been a time from November to October to the Royal Rumble that she could have defended her title between Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose, Paige before she got hurt, Bayley, Sasha Banks, Mickie James, one of those guys, just to give her some kind of title defense. They made it just seem like she was irrelevant. She made the point that she was not the one to schedule matches, which is true. Angle then took the audience vote if Bliss should defend her title, even though he didn't do the same thing for the men, but whatever. The audience agreed that she should. The following week, Bayley defeated Banks, and Rose and Deville defeated Bliss and James, who Bliss tried to befriend. The next episode, Bayley, Banks, and James defeated Bliss, Rose, and Deville by submission, after which the women brawled. Yay. I wish I could say I want Bayley to win this one, and this is how I would have this go. Alexa Bliss gets beaten and taken out of the match, like that. First thing out, she is beaten. She is the first one out. Then Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville are both out. That leaves Mandy Rose, Mickie James, Bayley, and Sasha Banks. Mickie gets eliminated. Sasha and Bayley are left. Bayley gets one just out of nowhere, hits a Bayley to belly. 1, 2, 3. She is your new women's champion. Sasha just sitting there like all distraught and like looking like she's distraught. And Bayley picks her up. They hug. Sasha Banks raises Bayley's hand to celebrate. They go to leave. Bayley goes to leave, and Sasha Banks just decks her, knocking her out. And then we have Bayley and Sasha Banks going into WrestleMania, but that's not going to happen. That's what the fans want. We want to see Bayley versus Sasha Banks for the Women's Championship with Sasha Banks as heel. But Vince McMahon's not going to allow that. We're going to probably see Alexa Bliss eke out a victory here. She'll probably be the last woman in the chamber, and she'll be the one walking out as the women's champion, unfortunately. So we also have Woken Matt Hardy, and how this happened is after losing the feud to Elias, Matt Hardy was defeated by Bray Wyatt on the November 27th episode of Raw. Following the match, Hardy had his mental breakdown where he sat in the corner and repeatedly shouted delete with his arm gesture. This would be the genesis of the transition in the Woken Matt Hardy version of Broken Matt, where he debuted as a character the following week, interrupting a promo by Wyatt. Over the following months, the two went back and forth in promos as well as a couple in-ring confrontations. Not really. And they finally had a match on the Raw 25th episode of on January 22nd, 2018, in which Wyatt was defeated by Hardy. Wyatt again defeated Hardy in very short order. Like, I don't know why they decided to build him up so much, and then on the 25th anniversary of Raw, give him 2-3 minutes and then end the match like that. The two then faced off in the Royal match where they eliminated each other, which looks so bad. It looks so bad. On the February 19th episode of Raw, another match between the two was scheduled for the Elimination Chamber. So, I think Woken Matt Hardy will either win this one, or there'll be some kind of screwy finish, or they brawl outside and they end up going into the crowd. I'm hoping these guys get it, because there's only 4 matches for this show. Yes, both Elimination Chambers are going to take 45 to 50 minutes. Something like that. Maybe the men's takes an hour. But you still only have this one. You only have 4 matches. Like I said, Titus Worldwide versus Nabar will probably be a pre-show match or something. We have not had an announcement for a pre-show match, so 4 matches so far for this entire show. I'm saying Woken Matt Hardy will win this one, and then we'll have a match probably between these two at WrestleMania in some kind of like final deletion type thing, or some kind of match on an episode of Raw with these two at the Hardy compound or the Wyatt's compound, whichever. Asuka versus Nia Jax, and the reason we've seen Bayley versus Sasha Banks versus Asuka versus Sasha Banks, and now a full conclusion of Asuka versus Nia Jax, is real simply put, Asuka's not going to be on Monday Night Raw after the Elimination Chamber. She is going to SmackDown to challenge Charlotte or Ruby Riott, which will be Charlotte, for the Women's Championship at WrestleMania. So that is why we have her going up against the 3 big names on Monday Night Raw that she can. On January 15th episode of Raw, Asuka defeated Nia Jax after the referee stopped the match, who deemed the Jax unable to continue. Both then completed in the inaugural Women's Royal Rumble match at the Royal Rumble, which Asuka won for the right to challenge to either Raw's Women's Champion or SmackDown's Women's Champion at WrestleMania 34. On the February 5th episode of Raw, General Manager Kurt Angle announced that Nia Jax would face Asuka at the Elimination Chamber. If she were to defeat Asuka, Jax would be added to Asuka's championship match at WrestleMania to make it a triple threat match. The following week, after the match between Bayley and Sasha Banks, Nia Jax attacked both women to send the message to Asuka while walking up the ramp. She proclaimed that she would be the one to end Asuka's undefeated streak. The following week, Jax attacked and laid out Asuka during her interview with Renee Young, which, of course, tells you she's not winning this match. Another reason she's not winning this match. She's not winning this match because you're not going to break Asuka's undefeated streak like this. She's already beaten. You want somebody that Asuka's never faced before, really, to beat her undefeated streak. And she's already beaten everybody on Raw. Everybody. She hasn't seen or beaten everybody on SmackDown. She's not going to probably lose to any of those guys either. But you want somebody who's not ever been beaten by Asuka. But she's going to win this match for the simple reason is the stipulation for this match is if Nia Jax wins, she will be added to Asuka's championship match at WrestleMania. So if Asuka comes out after the Elimination Chamber and says, I'm going to SmackDown, Raw loses 2 women, not just 1, if Asuka was to win this match. Why would you have Asuka lose this match, pinfall submission, count out, or DQ, if you're going to have Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss at WrestleMania, when the stipulation to this match says that she would have to follow Asuka if she went to SmackDown, or if she came to Raw. If she stayed on Raw, she would face her there. We all know, and it all seems like all signs are pointing to Asuka versus Charlotte at WrestleMania. So what's probably going to happen is Alexa Bliss is probably going to come out somehow and screw up helping Nia Jax win this match. Because if you don't have some kind of Alexa Bliss getting involved somehow, then how are you gonna have how are you gonna set up Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss unless you have some kind of fatal fatal 4-way, fatal 5-way, fatal 6-way, 6-pack challenge with all the women. You have the 6 other women, the 5 other women, and Nia Jax. You probably have a 6-pack challenge on Monday Night Raw after Elimination Chamber to decide who goes to WrestleMania to face Alexa Bliss. When it turns out that Asuka's going to SmackDown. Why they even made this? I don't like this match. I don't like this stipulation. For the fact is, Asuka earned her chance. Asuka earned her chance by winning the Royal Rumble. Nia Jax was in that Royal Rumble herself. I will say this again. She was in the Royal Rumble. She got eliminated fair and square. What gives her the right? What gives Kurt Angle the right to make this match where if Nia Jax wins this match, breaks Asuka's streak, that she goes to WrestleMania to wrestle in the same match as Asuka? What kind of idiot does that? That makes Kurt Angle seem like a belligerent idiot. Oh, Asuka won, and I'm pretty sure he came out when he made this match and was like, if Nia Jax wins this match, she gets added to the championship match, making it a triple threat match because Asuka's going to the Raw Championship, which she didn't even choose. How could you even make a match for like this if you don't even know what Asuka's doing? Asuka came out the week before and was just like, I'm going for a championship. And Stephanie McMahon told her to wait until after the Elimination Chamber. For you to even make this match makes you look stupid. Makes Kurt Angle look stupid. It really does. It really makes Kurt Angle look stupid. So that is your Women's Championship match. Like I'm saying, Nia Jax is going to lose this match. So we have Roman, Alexa, Asuka, and Matt Hardy. Before we get done with this, we do want to talk about following the Royal Rumble match, victory at Royal Rumble. Former UFC star Ronda Rousey made an appearance and interrupted Asuka, stealing her thunder, by the way. Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss and SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair. Rousey appeared confirmed that she had signed a full-time contract. On the February 12th episode of Raw, it was announced that Rousey would sign her Raw contract at the Elimination Chamber. The biggest problem I have with this is that you allow somebody who doesn't have a contract, who's not under contract with you yet, to walk out to the Royal Rumble with her logo on, with a shirt on that says Hot Ronda, a knockoff of the Roddy Piper shirt, just saying, has an entrance package and an entrance video, and you want me to believe that she hasn't signed a contract yet? Why? Why would you have this person come out who doesn't even supposedly have a contract yet, and come out and steal the thunder and ruin pretty much a big moment for Asuka and the women of Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live, and the women of NXT who were in there too? It was a bad idea, and they shouldn't even did it. What's gonna probably happen is, and this is gonna set up to the match at WrestleMania. She's gonna come out. Stephanie McMahon's gonna be the person in charge of this. She's gonna come out, and they're gonna have her sign the contract. She's gonna Stephanie McMahon's gonna be nice and everything. She's gonna be all nice and cheery and all happy that she's here. And then as soon as she signs that dotted line, Stephanie McMahon will become the bitch that we all know. She'll go there and she'll try and slap. It's either she will or she'll try and slap. She'll talk down to Ronda Rousey, and then she'll just sit there and be like, well. And then Ronda Rousey will mess her up, and then somehow, some way, that will lead to Triple H and Stephanie McMahon versus Ronda Rousey, and who knows? They want The Rock, and as far as I've seen, as far as I've heard, it's not going to be The Rock. We don't know yet. They're going to try and wait till the last hour. They'll probably wait till the go-home show to decide who's going to be Ronda Rousey's partner, if The Rock can't do it. So, we don't know what's going on there. So, I will have news on what might be, so that's going to be all for the Elimination Chamber preview and predictions. We have 4 matches. I wish there was more to talk about. There really isn't. There really isn't. I say Roman Reigns, Alexa Bliss, Matt Hardy, and Asuka are going to be your winners. Now on tomorrow we'll have news on Seth Rollins, why he lasted so long in that nice gauntlet match on Monday, as well as a couple of other stories that we have so far. But my name is The France. Follow me on twitch.tv/TheFrance08. And find me on Twitter at The France. And I will see you guys back here tomorrow for Unscripted and Sunday for the fallout of the Elimination Chamber.